to go?
Are you up to this?
We're up. Cheryl's mom's getting a few things wound up here at the end. We're ready to fly, heading for Illinois. Where'd that Cheryl go?
She went down to the bathroom, I guess. Yeah.
We're at the cemetery looking at
There's Francis
Jean's
Bernard
Yeah, I didn't know.
family's graves.
in between there.
1899.
1970, Mom was around 14 years.
And where his relatives, are they here too? Or
No,
another
they're
cemetery?
down in that other one. Well, they're up here at McKee. Yeah,
Who's that?
Dad's parents. And
Oh.
most of that family's up at the McKee. I don't know if I can even find them in there now.
Oh, that's so hard to find anybody in
Yeah.
there.
It is. I see Mom.
She's been gone quite a while, right?
Yeah.
Is he married?
Yeah. We remarried his secretary. Off the railroad shop. Cecilia Florence, yeah.
What about, was the granddaughter they were raising?
Dixie?
Dixie, yeah.
I haven't heard from her. Della might know where she's at now, and what she's doing, but she wasn't ever mounted much. She was pretty, just never did.
Now, that was his daughter.
This is the church you two were married in.
Yep. Can I stand on them so we can
Yeah. Let's see an arm around each other.
Looks just like when they were married.
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful.
On there.
Yeah.
Did you
Oh, I
fill it
tell
in
you,
or
I really
something?
worked on that.
Boy.
It was such a mess, and I came out and I dug it all up with my little digger and planted the grass seeds, fertilized. That's right.
Dad was born in 1903 and Uncle Bill in 05. Mother in 07. 3, 4, 5. 2 years apart on each one of them. 7. And you were born 4 years after Mother.
Yeah.
I know. Yes. You just never get over. I wish I could talk to Mother and Dad. Uncle Gail.
Yeah.
You too.
3 of them.
Your dad's brother?
Yeah, Dad's second, the next one after Dad. He was the next oldest.
Well, no, the one in Galesburg, her name is Mildred too, isn't it?
Right.
You don't look straight.
No, it doesn't.
I've never noticed that before.
Was that Grandpa's sister's
This
daughter?
was Grandpa Hocker's brother,
Grandma's
and he died of, he was in St. Louis and he got sick.
Grandma's sister's daughter.
And Grandpa went down there, his father went down there. Grandma Hocker, I guess they said never really got over his death.
No, but of course Mabel was born shortly after
Was
that.
she?
Yeah.
20 years old. What did he die from?
Did he have pneumonia or something? Or?
The influenza that
Yeah.
went around at that time.
He was in the service.
Yeah, he married that
Ida.
Yeah.
Grandma had his
Ida.
back.
Now you say that the dresser that
Yeah,
you
that,
have?
that I have in our bedroom, that was Eliza's and Marion's. Be my great
That's the one
grandparents.
that they gave to your dad's mother.
Uh-huh, yeah.
And that was the only piece of furniture that
All that red siding.
Yeah.
Siding.
And they built all the back. That's all too bad.
And that bed wasn't on either.
I said that's all in back there.
Gene and Harriet lived in this house too when they moved to Minnesota.
This porch, see what they've done to the porch? They closed that in.
Harriet and I used to park under that tree rather than go out to some schoolhouse. We parked right there, and Hilda and Arlen's bedroom was right there, so we behaved ourselves pretty much. Yeah.
Pretty
They
much.
built on the back.
But the garage is still there. Right there where Dad raised rabbits.
Yeah.
He had rabbits. I remember it came
have a garden, I think, across the fence that they're on this side here, maybe, I don't know. No. When I was taking my 8th grade exams to graduate, we were supposed to bring a lunch to school, but we didn't have anything ready, so Mom said she'd bring it to me at noon. And she wasn't quite here at noon, and I met her part way. The other kids were at school eating. They had lunch meat sandwiches and oranges and things I'd never got. But I had, Mom brought my lunch. It had homemade chocolate pie, steak sandwiches, and things like that we had available. And I was sort of ashamed of that because I wanted lunch meat. My poor mother. I ate it along the road here someplace. I didn't go back.
Every 10, this can does pass minimum, like it's running up and going, so it's very like that looking picture. Thing, hey, with the back, hey, that. Or, no, do it full speed.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna change that shutter speed. Keep going. Keep batting.
Keep your eye on the ball.
Okay.
Maybe this was just a junior or later, 6th, 7th, and 8th, or 7th and 8th grade. I can't remember for sure, but
Was that as high as
Did you
the
go
grade?
down, you go down this
They
way, we
always,
can
we
go
always
past where
had
the
Another line back forward. There was a swing in that
this is the house Mom and Erlen's father and mother built. Or didn't build, they moved here
after the fire.
after their house burned.
House burned down.
My father used to tell me stories of shepherds gone by and of my people, the people of Israel. He talked of Abraham. He was a shepherd, called out of his land to go into a new land. And then there was Isaac, his son, who also was a shepherd. And Jacob. And then I believe her name was Rachel. That was Nahor's daughter. Her and Jacob kind of got together, I guess. But she was a shepherdess, also in the shepherding business. And then there was Joseph, Jacob's son, the son that he really loved, and he had given him a coat of many colors, and the other brothers were very jealous. They sold him into slavery, they say. They took that coat of many colors away from him, pretended he was dead. But Joseph also was a shepherd. And then there was Moses, the great leader of my people Israel. He was shepherding for his father, I believe it's his father-in-law, Jethro. Yes, Jethro. And it was there that the Lord called him from the burning bush, the bush that did not consume itself. Called by God to lead the people of Israel out of Egypt into the promised land. Yes, Moses, he also was a shepherd. And who can forget the great shepherd? King David. He was a shepherd of all shepherds. He was a great shepherd. He had the heart of a shepherd. In fact, they say that even one time he killed a lion and a bear in order to protect his sheep. Yes, King David, he was a great shepherd. There's been many that have come after David the shepherd, of which I am one. And interestingly enough, Yahweh, or Jehovah, Elohim Adonai, the God of my people, that's my God. They say that he also is the shepherd of Israel, which, when you really come down and think about it, it makes a lot of sense. I mean, after all, the people of Israel haven't been perfect. Many times they've wandered away and strayed from him. And yet, he's gone out to seek for them. to draw them back into himself, and he still calls them his very own. The shepherd of Israel. You know, a shepherd does do those things. A shepherd is faithful in every situation. In fact, the very name shepherd that I'm given, it means to tend a flock. Now, oftentimes it will mean a herd of cattle, but most of that means flocks of sheep. We are called to rescue the flock. And when they are lost, we are called to go out and to find them and to seek them out. We are called to protect the flock. And when they don't have enough grazing area, we are called to lead them into a new grazing area so that they have enough to eat. In fact, many times the staff here that I have has helped me in that job description. I've protected my sheep with this. I've rescued them with this. I use this for other reasons as well. There are times when the shepherd gets very weary and has to lean on his staff. The heat of the day, the cool by night. They say that a shepherd never sleeps or slumbers. Well, there are times that we have our eyes closed. But we're always listening, always watching with our ears for danger. He never sleeps or slumbers. There have been times when I've been out in the field and very weary, and I've had to take my cloak here and kind of fold it up and use it as a bedding to lay my head on. Yeah, they say the job of a shepherd is not always an easy one. In fact, it's very difficult at times, but it's really all I know to do. That's who I am. I'm a shepherd. And as you can see from the history of my people, God has used the shepherds in many different ways, in many special ways in history. In fact, I'd like to tell you a little story of how God used me. It was very special to me. It's been a couple of years ago now, and at times it seems like it was just a dream, but I know it wasn't a dream. It couldn't have been. It was too real. The things that happened just were too real. And there were others there that experienced them as well. Let me see now, where would I begin? Well, it was a night, I guess, kind of like it is tonight. The stars were out. The sky was clear. A little cool. We kind of gathered the flocks in and put them in for the night. We were settling down for the night, and I had counted my sheep, and they were all accounted for. None were missing. And so we were kind of settling down for the night, and then suddenly it happened. It was almost as if I